this thing, no? How this one is. Where is the slide? Actually, 21, negative 22. No problem. Is 22. Because I'm deleting this one because I'm inserting a new one. Okay, so one particular part is there. So that one is called a implement logic function. I'll not save that one. No problem. Okay, no problem. So okay, so just you can write one particular example. Realize the function. Realize the function. Okay. So f we are considering, suppose this particular scheme is visible for you.
Yes, sir.
ABC.
Yes, sir.
And here I am using, suppose you can use the mean term symbol. Okay. But I'm getting some particular mean term symbol you are using. Suppose this is the summation symbol m. Okay. So that's why you can find out sigma m, summation m, and I am providing the 1, 5, 6, 7. And this particular function we are using with the help of at first 8 into 8 to what 1 marks, and second one we can 4 to 1 marks. You don't keep silence, because otherwise I don't know. So you just ask me. So but when this one is the function, and based on this particular function how we can implement, that means this particular function how we can implement with the help of marks. Okay, so earlier class we have already said that, so how we can construct the marks. Okay, so when we are constructing the big marks with the help of small marks, but when the based on the properties of the marks also we can implement the logic function. So this one is the function, and this particular function we are providing as a mean terms. So sometimes when some based on the mean terms you can express the expression also, Boolean expression also, and from the Boolean expression also you can find the mean terms also. Okay, so mean terms means what? It is the short form. Suppose this particular function we are implementing with the help of 8 into 1 marks. Okay, so for that particular purpose so how we can design the marks. Okay, so here basically there are 3 variables are there. Okay, so we are based on the function we can construct the truth table, because truth table I have already told that truth table truth table actually behave show the behavior of that particular function. Okay, so this one is the truth table A, B, C. Okay, and this one is the Y, and this one is F, and this one is F, and this one is the three variables we are using, so it is naming as a B, C based on the function A, B, C. So when we are using the three variables, that time what when this one is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, and this one what is the value of B? 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, and this one is what? 0, 0. How many numbers of 0? 4. 0, and this one is 0. This one is 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so Y means what? It is representing as an input line. This one, suppose I am using here I0. This one is I0, I1. So this way you can write I1, I2, I2, I3, I3, I4, up to what? I7, I5, I6, I7. All of you are getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
Just so what happened? What is the our midterms? Midterms is 1, 5, 6, 7. So what happened? Where is the one? This one is the one. So this one is one. Which one is the 5? This one is the 5. 1, 0, 1 is 5. It is denoting as a 5. So this one is 1. And also what happened? Based on the midterm, 6 also active. So this one is also 1. And 7 also active. This one is also 1. So all under rest of are 0. We are assigning as a 0. This one is 0. This one is 0. And this one is 0. Now see here, based on this particular truth table, we can design the marks. Okay, so what happened? This one is the marks. So this one is what? According to the question, it is saying that we are constructing the 8 into 1 marks. This one is the 8 into 1 marks. Okay. So see here this one is the F. We are denoting as a F, and this one is the I0. This one is I0, I1. Okay, I1, I2. It is very time consuming. I2, I3, I3, and this one is the I4, I4, I5, I5, and this one is the I6 up to I7. Okay, here we have already, this one is already we can construct it. Now see here, and this one is the 3 input lines A, B, because this one is the 8 into 1 marks. So how many selection lines are there? 2 to the power n to the power 3 means what? Number of selection lines are 3. And just you can assign this one as to selection line number 2. This one is selection number 1, and this one is selection number 0. Now see here, I1, I1, okay. I1 and I5. Okay, I1, I5 all are here. What? I1, I1, I5, I6 and I7 all are connected to one. This one is the I5, this one is the I6 and this one is the I7. Okay, and this one is the I1. So here we are providing as a 1 and this one we are connecting here. Just you can assign as a this one and this one and this one. Okay, because this one is the 1 according to truth table, this one is 1 and others are 0. This one we are assigning as a 0 and this particular part we are connected with 0. This is just it is the just you are assigning the black dotted so that we can easily understand. So that means what? According to the truth table, the I1, I5, I6, 7 are all are 1. So we are connecting is a 1 and the rest of the input lines are connected with 0. So we are connecting with. So this way we can construct the 8 into 1 marks with the help of the given function. But this particular diagram or this particular construction behavior totally depend on the function. Okay, if function is something change, then this particular structure also change. Now see again the same function if we are considering and if you are interested to design the 4 into 1 marks, then how we'll design. Okay, suppose now what happen, we are designing with 4 into 1 marks, the same function. Okay, then how we can design this one? Remember, in that particular function, how many variables we are using? Can you tell me how many variables we are using? Abhijit Singh, can you tell me how many variables we are using?
Two variables, sir.
2 variables. According to the function, whatever function we are using, how many variables we are using? आपने फंक्शन लिखा था?
Yes,
अब
sir.
लोग पेन एंड पेपर क्यों यूज नहीं करते हैं? पेन एंड व्हाई यू आर नॉट यूजिंग पेन एंड पेपर? When I am describing something, why you are not using pen and paper like when you are sitting in the class? Okay, so I have already told that f within bracket a comma b comma c, and after that what happens? Summation m. How many min terms are there? 1, 5, 6, 7. So abc means what? We are using 3 variables. Why we are saying that 2 variables? In that particular function, how many variables we are using? 3 variables, a, b and c. समझ में आ रहा है? आपका माइक्रोफोन क्यों ऑफ है? जब मैं कुछ पूछ रहा हूं, आपका व्हाई यू आर नॉट ऑफ योर माइक्रोफोन?
Yes, sir. समझ में आ रहा है.
So why you are telling that 2 variables? कहां से आया था 2 variables?
सर मैं सोचा 4 into 1 मार्क्स है इसलिए.
I am asking that function. I am asking how many variables we are using the function, using in function. I am not asking the multiplexer and all those things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what happened? We are using the
3
3
variables.
variables in function. Okay, so switch off your microphone. So 3 variables we are using. But what happened? We are interested to construct the construct the what 4 into 1 marks. Now see here, when we are using 4 into 1 marks, that time what happened? How many selection lines are there? How many selection lines are there? 2. And this particular selection line is less than the number of variables which we are using in the function. Okay, in function we are using the 3 variables, but here if we are designing that part, if we are implementing that particular function in 4 into 1 marks, that time what happened? In 4 into 1 marks, only 2 selection lines we are getting. So you just please you write this particular note. Number of selection line of marks. number of selection lines of marks is less than the variables. लिख रहे हैं ना?
Yes, sir.
Number of selection lines of marks is less than the variables in the given function. Then given function, comma, then implementation table is to be formed. Then implementation table is to be formed. Okay, so when we are introducing the implementation table, when the number of selection line is less than the number of variables which are used in the function. ये याद रहेगा ना आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
But earlier, when we are designing the function with the help of 8 into 1 marks, that time what happened? 8 means what? We are using 3 number of selection lines and which are equal to the number of variables in the function. So that's for that particular purpose, we are not introducing the implementation table when we are using the 8 into 1 marks. But this particular case is something different, because here we are using 4 into 1 marks, and here number of selection line is less than the variables of the function. Okay, so when this type of situations arises, or when this type of situations are coming, that time what when we are introducing one particular implementation table, and this one is called a implementation table. How we can design the implementation table? This way. Okay, and suppose what happen this way, because this one is the 4 into 1 marks, so how many number of input lines are there? 4. So this one is the I0, I1, I2, okay, I2, and this one is the I3. Suppose this one, and suppose we are considering how many variables we are using, 3 variables in the function. Suppose we are considering any number of variables. Suppose I am considering here C. So this one is the C complement, and this one is the C. Okay, and here I am assigning as a 0, 2, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, 6. This one is 6. And here 1, 3, 5, 5, 7. Now see here, this one, then which particular numbers are present in the mean term? So 1 is present, so just you can round it. 5 is present, just you can round this one this way. 6 is also present, so you can round this one, and 7 also present. Okay, so when both the rows are rounded, okay, in this particular I3 column, that time what happened? We are assigning as a 1. It is fixed. This is the rule actually. Okay, and see here in the second column, that second column means what? I2. Sorry, in I2 column, third column. Okay, if you are going from left to right, that time what happens? See here, second column. No, sorry, second row. We are rounding as a 5. So that means what? And this particular 5 is connected with C. So here I am writing C. And but when in the I1 column, see here, no, we are not marking the rounded symbol. That means both are, there is no rounding symbols are there. That means what? 2 is not associated with C bar, and 3 is also not associated with C. So in this particular situation, we are assigning as a 0. But first column, see here, 1 is rounded and 1 is connected with C. So this one we are considering as a C. If this one is second, in the second column, see if this one is rounded, that time whatever, instead of 0, I am writing here C bar. But no situation here. Here it is 6 is there. 6 is connected with C bar, but 7 also connected with C. So here I am writing 1. Any doubt this particular implementation table?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
आप लोग नो ऐसे बोल रहे हैं. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं ठीक है, नो सर बोल रहे हैं ना. नो किसने बोला बोलो तो? नो किसने बोला? नो किसने बोला वो बोलो, पहले बोलो। कोई बात नहीं है, घबरा क्यों रहे हो? ठीक, नहीं बोल रहे ना? ठीक है, मैं ही पूछ लेता हूँ तुम लोगों से। अच्छा, अरे बहुत लड़का काम है, ओनली 15 आर प्रेजेंट, बाकी कहाँ गया? हाँ, ओके, देवांशी नाथ, प्लीज ऑन योर माइक्रोफोन। देवांशी नाथ, okay. So you are silent, and I keep silence. Okay, tell me. So yeah, this particular implementation table you are getting or not? This particular implementation table you are getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, if you are getting, then please ask me why I am assigning 0246 in C bar. Why I am why I am not writing instead of 0, why I am not using 1 here? Why in the C bar row, why I am using 0246? Why instead of 0246 I am if I am writing 1357, then what is the problem? Yes. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Why you are keep silence? I am asking you are getting or not. My question you are getting or not? अरे फिर से आप कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हैं। ना my voice is audible to you?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. What I am asking you are getting or not?
No, sir.
I am asking that why you are keep silence then? I am asking that C bar in C bar row I am using 0246. Okay. Instead of 0246, if I am writing here 1357, then what is the problem? And then this is also correct or wrong? मैं यहाँ पे क्यों लिखा नंबर 0246 और 0246 नहीं लिख के अगर मैं 1357 लिखता, then what is the problem? Then, this one is correct or wrong?
Sir, I'm confused.
So then why you are keep silence? आपने बोला कि ये टेबल समझ में आ रहा है, क्यों बोला था आपने? Why you are not asking me? ऐसे नहीं होगा, प्लीज ऑफ योर माइक्रोफोन। ऐसे नहीं होगा भैया, ऐसे नहीं होगा। ये कौन है? मानस कमन, कमन, मानस कमन, ऑन योर माइक्रोफोन। ये है ही नहीं जगह। मानस कमन, कमन, मानस कमन, आप नहीं है ना? ओके। प्रकाश नाथ।
यस सर।
ओके, आप ये बोलिए, जो मैं क्वेश्चन उसको पूछ रहा था उसका आंसर दीजिए।
सर समझ में नहीं आया सर ये वाला, मतलब
तो क्या सो रहे थे क्या? क्या आप सो रहे थे क्या? तो मैं आपको बार बार पूछ रहा था ये टेबल समझ में आ रहा है, तो सभी ने तो बोला था। आप अगर 2-3 को समझ में आ रहा है तो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, तो आपने क्यों मुझे क्रॉस क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा था?
सॉरी सर।
तो मतलब ये जो मैं आप लोग के सामने टेबल में बैठकर यहाँ पे समझा रहा हूँ, आप लोग आराम से सो रहे हैं। ठीक है, कल एग्जाम दीजिए आप लोग। समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, जो मैं फोर्सफुली आपको पूछ रहा हूँ तब आपको समझ में आ रहा है, तब आप मुझे बोल रहे हैं कि सर समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, इट इज योर प्रॉब्लम भाई। मुझे अगर आप लोग मुझे क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेंगे तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? ओके,
सॉरी सर।
माइक्रोफोन ऑफ कीजिए। अंकुश कुमार गुप्ता, ऑन योर माइक्रोफोन। अंकुश कुमार गुप्ता।
यस सर।
हाँ, ये समझ में आया जो मैं बोला ट्रुथ टेबल का, ना सॉरी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन टेबल का?
नो सर।
तो क्या कहाँ थे भैया, रास्ते में चल रहे हैं क्या? आप कहाँ से
नो
हैं? आप कहाँ से हैं?
सर,
आप
बिहार
कहाँ
से।
ओ, इलेक्शन चल रहा है, कौन जीत रहा है?
मैं नहीं दिख रहा सर।
तो क्या कर रहे हैं, ये क्लास कर रहे हैं आप?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो क्या क्या मैं क्या आप अगर क्लास कर रहा है तो ये मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ, क्या पूछ रहा हूँ आपको समझ में आ रहा है?
यस सर। वो
हाँ,
ये टॉपिक नहीं आया समझ में।
तो आपने क्यों बोला था सब, आपने क्यों नहीं मुझे पुनः ये क्या ये व्हाई यू आर नॉट आस्किंग मी? अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, सर 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 मुझे प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, मुझे ये बात समझा दीजिए, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, व्हाई यू आर नॉट आस्किंग लाइक दैट? चुप चाप बैठने से होगा कुछ?
नहीं सर।
तुम थर्ड सेमेस्टर रेगुलर स्टूडेंट हो कि पुराना वाला हो?
सर रेगुलर स्टूडेंट।
और तुम्हारा आवाज जैसे मैं पहले सुना जैसा लग रहा है। ठीक है, तुमको भी समझ में नहीं आया, ठीक है छोड़ दो, अब माइक्रोफोन ऑफ करो। तुम लोग का ना मतलब, अच्छा ये बोलो किसको ठीक से समझ में आ रहा है, वो माइक्रोफोन ऑफ ऑन करके मुझे बोलो। किसको ठीक से समझ में आ रहा है वो माइक्रोफोन ऑन करके मुझे बोलो। हाँ डेपोजिट
सर।
हाँ यस
सर मैं गैस ले रहा हूँ।
हाँ बोलो।
हाँ
नहीं,
सर।
गैस लेने से नहीं होगा, दिस इज द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ बाइनरी, वी आर गेमिंग विद द बाइनरी वैल्यूज। सो बाइनरी वैल्यूज में कभी गैस नहीं होता है, ठीक है, गैस मत कीजिएगा। फिर भी आप बोलिए। हाँ फिर भी आप बोलिए। हाँ बोलिए क्या बोलना है।
सर हम जानते हैं सी डैश सी मतलब हम बाइनरी में 1 लेते हैं और सी डैश को 0 लेते हैं। और तो 0 लिया है तो इसलिए हमने 0 2 4 6 लिया, इवन नंबर्स लिए हैं। और सी को हमने 1 3 5 5 7 लिया है क्योंकि वो ऑड नंबर्स है, इसलिए ऐसे लिखा है हमने। इसलिए सी
अच्छा,
सी में
ठीक
हमने
है, ठीक
0
है।
नहीं लिया।
अच्छा ठीक है, आपका नाम क्या है? दीपजुटी ना?
हाँ।
अच्छा दीपजुटी, अगेन आई एम आस्किंग वन पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन टू यू। मैं आपने जो बोला है वो सही है कि गलत है बाद में बोलूंगा। अगेन आई एम आस्किंग अनदर क्वेश्चन। इंस्टेड ऑफ सी, इफ आई एम यूजिंग बी वेरिएबल,
Yes, sir.
that this particular template of the numbers are same or something different?
सर अगर बी और बी डैश सेम ले ना, वही बात बोल रहे ना, सी के जगह में।
हाँ सी के जगह में मैं अगर बी लूंगा तो ये जो नंबर हम लोगों ने लिखा है 0246 सी बार में लिखा है वही सेम रहेगा कि सम चेंजेस आएगा इसमें?
एक सेकंड सर, सेम रहेगा।
ठीक है। और कोई? So you're actually depositing your
Hello,
whatever
sir.
your guess. हाँ हाँ बोलो। कौन बोल रहा
सर
है?
मिन टर्म है इसलिए कॉम्प्लीमेंटेड टर्म 0 होगा और जो कॉम्प्लीमेंटेड नहीं है वो 1 होगा और ऐसे इवन और ऑड ले लिया।
और मैं वही पूछ रहा हूँ, अगर सी के जगह अगर if we are using b, that time what happen? These particular numbers are
बी
same.
हुआ तो सर इसका आंसर होगा B0 B1 होगा शायद सर।
b0 b1 मतलब?
इसका आंसर अगर बी
B-
लिया तो
b लिया तो क्या होगा? b0 b1।
yes,
कहाँ पे b0 b1 हम लोग पुट करेंगे? ठीक है, ओके नो प्रॉब्लम। सो डिपोजिट जो आपने बोला था, हाँ आपका भी ठीक है आंसर। डिपोजिट ने जो पहले बोला था वो सही है, दैट मीन दैट पर्टिकुलर आंसर इज करेक्ट। But again, when I am asking instead of C, if we are using B, that time what happen? Your answer is wrong. So that means what? Your concept is not clear. And अब जो second जो बोल रहा था उसका नाम क्या है? Second जो मुझे बोल रहे थे उसका नाम क्या है?
सोनक्षण।
इतना टाइम लगाते क्यों है आप लोग? ठीक है सोनक, आपने जो बोला उसमें भी थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब क्लियर नहीं है। So that is there is no concept of odd or even. So you can think like that odd or even, but don't go for very critical situation, very complex situation. It is very simple. See how we are getting this one. How we are getting this one. So that means what? आप लोग जब मुझे इंटरेक्ट नहीं करेंगे तब तक मुझे पता नहीं चलेगा। इस क्लास को ठीक बनाने के लिए आप लोग मुझे क्वेश्चन बार बार पूछते रहिए, मैं कितना बार बोलूंगा आप लोगों को। ठीक है, सी हियर how we are getting this one. Okay. We are using how many variables in the function? We are using 3 variables. This one is A, this one is B, this one is C. Baki छोड़ दीजिए अभी. So when we are writing in the binary form, then how we can write? Okay. So that means what? This one is 0, this one is 1, this one is 0, this one is 1. Okay. 0, 1, 0, 1. It now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I am writing here. ये समझ में आया आप लोगों को? This is a normal binary sequence. आया कि नहीं आया?
आया सर.
Now what happen if we are using C? So where is the position of C? C is the less significant bit. Okay. So what happen? 0 means what? This particular 0 means what? This is the binary value. This one is 0. This one is what? 1. This one is what? 2. And when we are writing the min terms from, that min terms always exist in the decimal form. Okay. So this one is 3 up to this one is 7. Okay. If we are considering, and there is no hard and fast rule that yes, implementation table में हम लोग C ही use करेंगे, ऐसा कोई जरूरत नहीं. You can use here B also and A also. Okay, but when you are changing the value variable, that time what happen? This particular assigning the number in this particular form, whatever in this particular row. Okay, if you are assigning the, so what happens? Someone is asking you, instead of C, if you are using B, that time what happen? This particular number is same. No, that number is different. The template of this particular number is different. Now see, if we are using the C here, 0 means what? This particular decimal, this particular number 0 is assigning as a 0 in C column. Don't go for B and A. So that time what happens? This one is 0. So C bar is denoting as a 0. So here we are putting as a 0. 2 is also 0. So we are putting in the C complement. Because why it is C complement? C complement assigning as a 0 and C is assigning as a 1 in soft form. Okay, this way what happened? See here, we are not putting here 7 because 7 is already denoting as a 1 in this particular case. See here, 7 is 1. What is the value of C? C is 1. So what happened? Instead of C complement, but 7 is we are using here in C. Okay, and 5 also, see here, 5 also in C value, this particular 5 is also 1. So what happened? Here 5 is associated with C. 5 is not associated with C complement. But why 4 is associated with C complement? Because 4 value of C is 0. See here, this one is the 4. 0. So it is associated with the C complement. Now, when we are using, under how we can implement the implementation table, when C bar and C bot are rounded, that time what happen? We are assigning as a 1. And when both are not rounded, then we are assigning as a 0. And the rest of the part, that means we are put the value of C or C bar, which one is associated. Suppose 1 is associated with C, so here I am writing here C. Okay, and here 5 is associated with C, so here I am writing here C. So when you completed this particular construction implementation table, that time what happen? We can, after that we can construct the marks. So what happen? Which particular marks we are using? We are using the 4 into 1 marks. So this one is the 4 into 1 marks. So in marks what happen? The output is, we are considering, suppose this one is the F. Okay, and this one is I0. This one is I0. this one is I1, I1, this one is I2, I2, and this one is I3. And two selection lines we are using because this one is the 4x1 marks. Okay, so this one is S1, suppose we are considering as a S1, and this one is S0. And here I am writing here A and B. So see here, C, this one is C, this one is 0, and this one is 1. And C is connected with now this way we can implement the logic function with the help of 4x1 marks. So see here how we can design this particular 4x1 marks. So C is already considered. So when whatever the variable we are using the implementation table, that particular variable we are not using in the selection line. Okay, that is the rule. So C is already used in the implementation table. So what is the rest of the variable? Only A and B is left. So A and B we are connecting as a selection line because in 4x1 marks only two selection lines are created. So here I am writing A and B, and C here I0 value is C. So I0 I am connecting with C. I1 value is 0. So I1 is connected with 0. I2 value is C. I2 value is C means what? This particular C is connected with I2. And I3 value is what? 1. So 1 is I3 is connected with 1. Are you getting this one is any doubt?
No, sir. Okay.
No, sir.
Now it is okay. So for even this way we can design the implementation, the logic function using the marks. Okay. In right now we are in which particular unit? Unit 2 or unit 3? According to the
So unit 3.
Okay, unit 3. Remember unit 3, I forget unit 2 or unit 3, one particular parts are we are not discussing till now, that is called a logic family. Okay, CMOS, TTL, okay, MOS. So that particular part actually not directly related with the, yes, it is related with this particular subject, but whatever we are discussing, that is something that how we are designing that particular with the help of some particular logic families. Okay, so that particular part we'll discuss later. Okay, you don't worry, that particular part I will cover after few class. Okay, and also in unit 3 one particular parts is there, threshold gates. So there are some type of standard this particular some particular extra part is there, that means in different way how we can implement the gates and all those things. And if we are using the concept of threshold value, that time what happen, it is called a threshold gates. So that particular part also we'll discuss later. These two particular part we are not including in the second internal exam. Okay, so in maybe the third internal exam. Okay, so that particular part we are introducing the third internal exam. So after few class I will discuss threshold gates and also logic families. Okay, so next class we are directly going to the sequential circuit. Okay, so most probably the combinational circuit part is over. Now it is your time. You can ask me, you can practice from your side, and if you are getting any difficulties, then you can ask me. Now it is your time. Okay, from my side I am discussing the encoder, decoder, multiplexer. Yes, one particular part I am not discussing. See here, this one is called a demultiplexer. Please you write one particular notes. Okay, I'm just reading, you can write on your copy. Right? A demultiplexer is a circuit. My voice is audible to you or not? My voice
Yes,
is
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
So please you write, I'm reading one particular part, just you write on your copy. Okay. A demultiplexer is a circuit. Okay. A demultiplexer is a circuit that receives information on a single line. A demultiplexer is a circuit that receives information on a single line and transmits this information on one of 2 to the power n possible output lines. On one of 2 to the power n possible output lines.
Sir, can you repeat after transmits?
Transmits this information. After that, you write this information, TSIS, this information on one of 2 to the power n possible output lines. Okay, full stop. The selection of a specific output line, is controlled by bit values of n selection line. Bit values of n, small letter n, bit values of n selection lines. Full stop. So that means what? How we are designing the multiplexer? Okay, you can say demultiplexer is the reverse part of the multiplexer. Okay, so how we are designing the multiplexer? See here, suppose it is what? The single line and transmit the information of information on one of 2 to the power n possible. Okay, so always remember when we are using the multiplexer, that time when only one particular input is there. Okay, and that particular input, it is the form of 2 to the power n. Suppose here this way we can write demultiplexer 1 to 4 dmux, and shortly it is writing as a dmux, DEMUX. So that means what? How many? If I am using, we are using 1 to 4 mux, that means what? The outputs are generated D0, D1, D1, D2, and D3. And selection line, the similar procedure. If we are using 2 to the power n outputs, the how many number of selection lines are there? Number of n lines. So if it is 4 marks, that time what happen? Here selection line is only 2. Because what happen? 4 means what? 2 to the power 2. So 2 number of selection lines are there. This way. This one is S1 or this one is S0. So how this one is actually working? Just we are this particular marks we are designing with the help of truth table. See how this is working actually. Okay, so this one is D0, D1, D2, and this one is D3. Okay, and this one is S1, and this one is S0. Okay, and this one is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. When it is 0, 0, that time what happens? D0 is active, all others are 0. Like this is some type of encoder and decoder. And when S1 is 0 and S0 is 0, 1, that time what happens? D1 is active. And all our decoder, all our data lines are deactive. Output data lines are deactive. And when it is 1, 0, suppose what happens? D2 is active and D3 is deactive. And when it is 1, 1, all other deactive and but D3 is active. Now what happens? Based on this particular truth table, we can designing the logic circuit. Okay, so this is called a demultiplexer. So what is the demultiplexer? That means what? That the circuit receive the information on a single line and transmit this information one of to the power n possible output lines, and these particular output lines are controlled by the selection line. Okay, and this particular selection line is from based on the output line. Suppose output line is 4, so we are breaking in the form of 2 to the power n, so n is the number of selection line. This way we can construct the demultiplexer. Any doubt this one? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. अभी इसके बाद कौन सा क्लास है? इसके बाद कौन सा क्लास है? आप लोग क्यों कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं? प्रॉब्लम क्या है आप लोग का? अभी कौन सा क्लास है मैं पूछ रहा हूँ?
सर इसके बाद डाटा स्ट्रक्चर का क्लास है.
ओके, तो उसको बोलने के लिए इतना टाइम लग रहा है क्या आप लोगों को? ओके, सेव ही कर देता हूँ. ठीक है, स्टॉप प्रेजेंटिंग. ठीक है.
Sir,
हाँ, यस.
sir, I have a doubt regarding the syllabus. I mean, sir, is the multiplexer and demultiplexer is there for tomorrow's internal?
Yes, because today we are discussing about the multiplexer. Okay, tomorrow whatever we are discussing about the multiplexer, that particular part, suppose logic function using multiplexer, that particular part you don't consider the next the coming internal exam. So but last class we are discussing about some particular basic concept of multiplexer. So how we are designing 4x1 marks using 2x1 marks or 8x1 marks. So that type of questions are, you can just introduction part of the multiplexer is you can check.
Okay, sir.
And how we can construct the big multiplexer with the help of small multiplexer, that concept you have to know. Okay, that particular part is parts are included. I don't know from the multiplexer the questions are coming or not, I don't know, but it is the including the syllabus in the second internal exam. These particular parts are already included in the second internal exam. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, then best of luck for your second internal exam. So it is the multiple choice question. So but remember one thing, so please complete on time. Okay. Okay, then you leave one by one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.